Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Tyler Creates YouTube channel. My name's Tyler. Hope y'all are having a blessed day. In today's video, we're going to be solving a little issue that I am having in the camper. So, been sleeping on this bed here. It's about, I think it's a 6-inch mattress pad. It's for an RV, but obviously by the title of the video, we're going to be fixing condensation issues. I was able to sleep on this for like a night or two before it started condensating on the plywood underneath. Very light condensation because I was checking to see if this is if it was happening, and sure enough it was. So real quick, I'll show you guys what the inside of this looks like. I mentioned it in a previous video, but it is like poly-filled. It's been ran through some hot rollers, and there's two upper and lower. It's relatively comfortable, a little firm, but not too bad. I did try sticking in between here. I read online these anti-fatigue mats. This is what the front side looks like. They didn't work. I tried putting them in between, thinking that this would act as an air brake and these would keep my body temperature from traveling straight down and contacting the plywood. Just ended up condensating on there because the moisture from my body has nowhere to go. It's kind of gross, but it is what it is. We're all humans watching this, unless, well, for all intents and purposes, we're all humans watching this, so we all can have this issue if you, basically what happens is there's no air circulation. Your body's quite humid actually when it, your body's average just under 100 degrees. And in a camper, especially bad, you have 1 foot, you have like 1 inch to 1.5 inches of transfer between, in this case, 32-degree air outside and almost 60-degree air, and then a couple more inches until you have your body temperature, which is 90-degree air. And what happens is, as your body temperature travels down through the mattress, it hits that pad or hits the freezing cold surface, doesn't have anywhere to go, so it just condensates on that, and it can cause a whole host of issues. The forefront of those being mold, so you definitely want to look out. If you have a mattress on the floor, hardwood, carpet, anything, you want to check. If the underside of a house is insulated, it's not going to be as bad. One way to combat condensation is to have a large volume of heat transfer. So in terms of a house, you have an interior wall, which is paint, stucco, or paint, drywall, interior insulation, plywood, house wrap, exterior siding. So you have a very large and rather dense, in terms of dense, resistant to heat transfer. Imagine heat transfer is 100 degrees, 32 degrees. You want the heat transfer to be happening slowly. You don't want to be at one of the extremes. You don't want the heat transfer to be at 95 out of 100, and you don't want it to be at 35 of 32 degrees. You want it to be a nice even transfer. That's why obviously houses have larger walls. It allows for the heat to transfer slower into cold, and it doesn't cause issues. Metal roofs often have a problem because you have, a metal roof which is under a 16th thick, 32nd, I don't know, and metal roofs they don't allow air to pass through them. Steel, obviously, or aluminum does not have it's not permeable to air. So basically you have exterior immediately within a 30-second, interior. That's why a lot of people do spray foam. I don't like spray foam. I think it off gases. Not about that. You use your simple thinking. It's like, well, it expands and it's foam and it's just straight chemicals you're spraying in the wall, so not wonderful. Fiberglass tends to stay fiberglass as long as you don't like breathe it in while you're installing it and it gets sealed in the wall. But like a lot of people don't know that drywall, as odd as it is to imagine it, air can actually pass through drywall to an extent. Like microscopically, drywall is breathable. Like you can have mold on one side of drywall and it will transfer to the other side. You can have mold on one side of metal and it's probably, I don't know, the scenario, but it's not going to transfer onto the other side in the case that it's solid. It's denser than much more dense. So much so that wind cannot pass through it, air cannot travel through it. So we're gonna be fixing this. I tried those anti-fatigue mats, didn't work. Today I'm gonna be building a lattice out of 1x2s I purchased from a big box store for $1.75 each. So this is going to be relatively inexpensive. I got 11 of them, 5-inch spacing with 4 or so going this way. They're gonna need to go this way because the end is open and the end up here is slightly open. The air needs a path to travel. So if you were to do it this way, in terms of my bed, the other end of this is butted up against that wall right there, and the airflow would really not have anywhere to travel. It would just, so the air would not have anywhere to travel. It would just be able to go in your body. It would just, you want to pass through a very, you don't want one end dead air and then the other end able to kind of pass air. It might work, high chance it wouldn't because there's not air flow. And the whole goal is, with what I'm doing, and if you're watching this video, what you're trying to do is create an air barrier to where as the hot air is traveling down, it has the ability to both mix with room temperature air and transfer out from under the bed. You want it to go out somehow from under your bed. The whole issue is because this is, well, you may think it's breathable, it's relatively dense. It can't travel out. The moisture cannot get its way out, whereas if you have a space under this, the moisture is able to travel out, obviously. For campers, RVs, stuff like that, dehumidifiers are a huge one. You can also get things like, you can get, I think, sorry about that, my camera died. So you can get things like dry rid, which I don't know quite what they are. You can also make your own DIY salt absorption thing. You can get a dehumidifier. Obviously, if you're traveling, you want least electrical consuming. You know, if you're on battery setup, you want it to be the least consuming of electricity. So you can get boxes that you like open up and they naturally pull moisture out of the air. The other thing is maybe you can just open all your windows up, cycle the moisture out. Obviously, if it's been raining out, snowing. I don't know about snow, but I know rain, obviously the humidity is probably going to be higher. Something else I wanted to show y'all real quick, because this isn't really a how-to. This channel is kind of what I'm doing. If you've stumbled across this video, this is just kind of a what I'm doing. I should have, that first part was kind of like how to, what am I doing? But I wanted to show you guys what else, some other things. We'll see if it works or not. I made a custom PC fan vent for the bathroom. I took a PC fan, ran it, wired it to the light, soldered up power, and I can just open this up and it is strong enough. So supposedly that fan right there moves 120 millimeter PC fan. It consumes 0.4 of an amp at 12 volts. So obviously not a lot, but supposedly it moves like 72 CFM. So perfect for the small space in here. But without further ado, I'm gonna get to making this thing. Should be a relatively short video. It will, warning, it's gonna raise this up. So one thing I should say, this is going to raise this up a ½ inch. Obviously it's not going to be as noticeable because you have compression, but yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get to it. These are, let me just show you guys. They are, so here the pieces of wood are right here. They are 1x2s, but they're really 3/4 by 1.5 by 8. These ones are not sanded, these ones are sanded. I'm just doing the edges. I got here 220 grit on a palm sander air, so I'm just doing that so it doesn't rip the bed or, you know, catch, because these can have quite gnarly edges on. These are $1.75 each, so I ended up purchasing 17, a couple more because I have some other projects I want to do, but I'm gonna get to doing these and I'll get back to you guys. Alrighty, y'all. I realize I need a couple of these at 59.5 to go long ways, and forgot to do so. And the sawhorses are currently in use. Okay, now let's get inside. Alrighty, y'all. I got these sanded, hand sand them down. One thing I do want to make sure and say, make sure if you're building something, you can get it through your door and in here. For example, if I were to build this outside, I could not get it in here. I'd have to take it all apart. I'm not screwing this together or anything. I don't really see a need to. Maybe down the road I would, but I don't really feel the need to right now. So I'm just gonna do it this way. This. I'm gonna put it way up and move that bedding out of the road. And I'm going to just jam it up against the wall. The bedding is getting caught on it. Yep. Cut them a little long. Whoops. Guess this isn't 59.5. Oh, that one was able to slide in more. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is this shorter than the 8 foot? 92. Oh, it's great. I get to cut like, okay. I get to cut like 4 inches off all these, 5 inches, whatever. I don't know how much it was. I'll get back to y'all. Alrighty, so the first one I'm putting in is going to go like this. And I'm just going to, I'm doing 5 on center. You can do whatever you want. I do have to say, I'm quite enjoying myself though. The real test will be, does this stay here? Alrighty, to fix this down here, because I measured 17 off the wall instead of measuring long ways, I'm just going to take these and go like this. Yeah, like this. Wait a minute. Like this. Yeah, look at that Jenko fix. That is gonna work fantastic. This was quite easy. You could staple them in, but for all intents and purposes, hopefully I don't shin that. I don't like that this edge, really this edge should actually be the leading edge. Alright everybody, so as you can see, we now have airspace under, it's not focusing. This is extremely hard to film. Under the mattress. It's actually pretty sweet. As you can see what I was talking about before, you have a gap here so air can flow under and out, and can also flow like out like that. The only spot where it can't flow is at the back, but I'm gonna call that a video. Super easy. I think it was like under 30 bucks, or at 30. No, it was like 20 something. And yeah, the test will be to see is if they stay in one spot. If they don't, I'll just staple them on. It's not that big of a deal. So other than that, I figure out in this video here, this was kind of a video like showing how to fix this, because I did want to show you guys how to fix it. I don't know why the camera is focusing, like, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I did just want to make this video to show how to fix this issue. This should, for all intents and purposes, fix the issue. You guys got to see my little PC fan. If you want, head over to the channel. You can check out a whole bunch of other videos I got going on. I just want to record this one kind of separate because, you know, a lot of the stuff online is like $150 or $100, or it's priced by the foot and it's not a great price, and it's some plastic stuff. 30 bucks sawing. You don't, I mean, if you had 8 foot wide, you wouldn't have to saw it. You don't have to sand it. I do recommend sanding and cutting it to length, the right length. It kind of sucks that it sticks out, but what can you do about it? I don't really want to tear it all back out, and it's already late and dark out and blah blah blah. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. Head over to the channel, check out new content, and subscribe for upcoming content. And don't forget to drop a like. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one. God bless.